Hey everybody, it's Natasha from Mystic Wisdom and Treasures. We are back here today for a brand new timeless pick a card reading. Whether this is your first time stopping by my channel or you are a returning subscriber, hello and welcome. I am so thrilled to be connecting with your energies today to bring forth messages from your future self. So I'm somebody that believes that the future doesn't have to be necessarily set in stone. This reading is going to be based off of your current energies, where you're currently heading. You can always choose to change your direction or change these energies. You have free will, and always remember that you are the driver of your own reality. If you hear something that you do not like, you do not have to take this with you. With that being said, if you'd like to take a moment to pause the video, to ground, center yourself, clear your mind, take a few deep breaths, you can, and to also call in your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your higher self, the divine, and also your future self to help bring forth messages regarding messages from your future self for your highest good to know. And with that being said, over here we have group number 1 with the rose quartz. Group number 2 with the malachite. And group number 3 with the black tourmaline. You can pause the video until you feel ready. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. There might be messages in multiple piles for you, or parts of both that complete one message for you. Remember, take what only resonates with you, leave behind what does not. And with that being said, I will have timestamps in the video description down below so that you may skip ahead to the pile or piles that you feel the most drawn to, and let's get started. Hello, pile number 1, for those of you who were drawn to the pile with the rose quartz crystal. Hello and welcome to your reading. Sending you so much love from wherever in the world that you are watching today. And let's get into your reading. So let's start out with your tarot cards. We have 4 right here, and then we'll get into some more messages with these oracle cards. So starting off, we have the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Cups. That's interesting. So you have 2 sevens there. So the number 7 might be important for you. Might be something to consider looking up for those of you who have been seeing this number repeating a lot. Looking up the angel number 7 and the meaning of it. The moon and the 5 of Cups. So what I'm really picking up first here with the 7 of Wands, I'm sensing for some of you, because the way that the hands already have these 2 wands, and it's almost as if like they're blocking out all of these other ones. So this feels like the opinions of other people. This feels like shutting out like the naysayers. I just heard future self wants you to focus less about what other people want for you in your journey, whether this is something that's already come up for you or you're currently going through, or whether this is something coming up soon or in your future along the road. Your future self wants you to know that keep doing what you're doing, stay strong in who you are, in your choices, know that you are making the right choices. And I feel like next to the 7 of Cups here, maybe you're going to be, or you are in the state of feeling doubtful of yourself, or you just have so many opinions around you of what you should do, who you should be. And your future self is coming in and saying to kind of isolate from these voices. You don't have to necessarily cut off all of them. So like if people, it just depends really where they're coming from, whether this is a place of jealousy or they're just like they think they know what's best for you. Spirit and your future self. I'm just so used to saying spirit all the time. Your future self is telling you to just remember that like you are the maker of your reality. You are the one living your life for yourself, for your dreams. I just heard for some reason that came up. So maybe you have a certain dream or a certain life path that you want to follow down, but there's so many different opinions around you, like saying, are you sure this is going to work out? Maybe you can do it this way, or just on and on. Or maybe some people don't agree with your choices, or they don't think it's best for you. And your higher self, your future self is telling you to just block out the noise. Like you can respond and be like, yes, I hear you, you know, without having to start any fights or conflict or engage in this with anyone else. But just completely like block that out. Like this doesn't have to waver where you stand. Know where you stand, because it almost feels like I'm hearing you don't feel like you're standing on solid ground. Like you know where you want to go, or you have this certain dream or talent or certain choice that you want to make for yourself that is based from the heart. But maybe not everybody else believes in the same thing for you. And this might cause a lot of friction, a lot of doubt. I just heard a lot of unnecessary turmoil. And your future self is just telling you to take a step back and really focus on your heart center. Reflect within about what is the noise within you rather than the noise outside of you. What is the inner you saying that you should do, and just stick by that. Stand strong in that. Some of you, I'm also hearing, if that part wasn't necessarily resonating with you, I'm feeling like maybe for others of you, this could be not necessarily other people, but your own self-doubt. So even if nobody is necessarily verbally saying things or contradictory opinions to yours, I feel like maybe there's a lot of indecision, a lot of self-doubt. I notice how we have, let me put these cards down real quick. Noticing how in this card we have one cup that is raised above the others, yet this eye is still looking at all these other cups. And I also noticed like the tooth right here. So this feels like it's just more like reaffirming that, hey, this cup is right in front of you. This is the cup that's closest to your heart, but maybe you feel like either you don't deserve this cup or this decision or this path or this achievement. Take that how it resonates with you. But your future self is showing me that it's like there's a lesson about needing to trust yourself and be guided by your own heart, and to only focus on that, and also know that you can do the impossible. Your future self is also saying to stick to that. Stick to the thing that you really want, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. At the end of the day, you're living your life for yourself, not for other people. And yes, so I'm feeling with this moon card, this kind of feels like more of this doubting energy. And again, like whether this is for like a catalyst from other people, other people's words, or your own self-doubts and limiting beliefs, your future self really wants you to survey like where this is coming from, and let go of other people's energies and outside influences and opinions on what you should do with your life. I'm also hearing for somebody, this is a romantic partner, so that feels very specific for maybe a couple of you or so, but yeah, take what resonates. But I'm feeling like, again, specific message. Maybe there's somebody that you have your eye on, or you've been in a relationship with. Maybe your heart gravitates towards this person. You see the goodness in this person, but maybe your family doesn't understand this choice, or it's not what they have in mind for you. And your future self is just telling you, like, you can hear the words without having to receive them. Keep doing what you want to do, because your heart desire is the one that's the most important. These people are not the one that are going to be in a relationship with whoever this is, or make this certain life choice. It's you. There's something really close to your heart, really near and dear to your heart. Maybe this is a dream, an aspiration. Maybe this is a way of being that other people don't agree with. But maybe like some aspect of yourself, or something that you want to express yourself in a certain way with, or whatever it is. There's many different roads that this can go down with. But I'm feeling like there's this I'm looking back towards the eye, how the thorns are like circling around here. It's like you're trying to tune this out, but it's making it really hard, or it's just very hurtful to your mind and your heart. And with this 5 of Cups over here, your future self is telling me, like, yes, there might be periods of time in your life where you lose people because of certain choices that you make in your life, but it's almost like when I'm looking at this right now, you see how this, I feel like this energy is very much you. Maybe you're following true to the path that feels right for you, what you want to do with your dreams, your hopes, your ambitions, your love life, whatever this is, or your own self. I just heard. Notice how, like, we do have the 3 cups that were spilled. So this might be people that disagree with you, I'm hearing, or maybe there's just certain people that leave throughout your journey when they don't agree with your choices. But at the same time, I'm getting this energy of like celebration, like 3 of Cups energy. Like, this is a blessing in disguise, like almost like I'm seeing this in a strange way, like it's watering crops. I don't know why that came out that way, but it did. You might actually be proving a lot of people wrong with this 5 of Cups energy. People that didn't believe in you or agree with your choices. Or by cutting this energy off, it leaves more room for your dreams and hopes to grow. Your life to flourish in the way that you want it to. Or just, maybe it's not even necessarily cutting people off. There might be times where you do. But it feels more so like just saying no, setting that boundary for yourself, and knowing that you don't have to let the outside noise affect you and where you're going. Because where you're going, where you want to go, your heart's true essence and desire, who you really are, is the thing most important, and you're bound for big, great things. I'm hearing inner child healing with this Moon card, and I feel like that's because there might be somebody in your life or some limiting belief holding you back. Maybe this has to do with words from somebody in your past, or even this could be like when you were a child or a teenager, or maybe in the recent your recent reality. Take that how it resonates for you, but it might be stuck in your subconscious mind and is holding you back from reaching the future that you want to build for yourself. And your future self is saying that to just notice this, nurture yourself, be gentle on yourself. I just heard, give yourself time to grow, give yourself room to grow. Yeah, so this is very much an energy of just standing above opposing forces, or people that just think that they know better for your life than you. And your future self is just giving you this message that you are the one to make these decisions and you are on the right path. So that is reaffirming that for you. Okay, so for your oracle cards next, we have Resistance. So this feels very much like this energy of growing through struggle, growing through opposition. You notice how we have all of this plant life, this greenery, the trees going out the fist, and it's almost like I'm getting, like, looking at this reminds me kind of, this might sound kind of corny, but how like if a zombie, for example, is coming out from the ground and it like raises its fist up going through the soil, that's kind of what it feels like. It's like you're going against the odds. You are breaking through resistance. You are blooming even more beyond your wildest dreams, and that this is going to get better. I know it feels hard when people you care about or the people that you surround yourself with don't agree with your choices, but your future self is really coming in and telling you that actually following your own heart's desire, your core's desire, being who you really are, is the path of least resistance. And you're going to be shining bright, standing tall, and whatever it is that you want to accomplish for yourself, or whatever it is in your life that your heart desires, is going to be fruitful. And it's going to bring you closer to yourself and into connections that are for your higher good, for your highest good. We have next the masculine. So, wow, okay, so this does feel like another person's energy coming in. Like I said, this feels kind of like making a choice that might upset somebody else or other people that they don't understand, but sticking by it, sticking to your guns is what the phrase that keeps popping in my head. Standing firm in your choice and owning that and being proud of it too. And I feel like you're gonna have a happy future. If this is another person or with another person, you're gonna have a happy future with this person, or it's going to lead to beautiful things. So just keep that in mind, whether this is a future thing or this is in the now. Just know that. Next we have extremes, the hot moon. Wow. There's a lot of passion there. So this does feel like a very steamy connection. If that doesn't resonate with you, you're not looking for this kind of thing in your life, any kind of relationship or any of that, then disregard this. But this just feels like you growing closer to yourself and growing strong in your own convictions by sticking with the path ahead. So it's like, weather the storm. Don't care about other people's opinions. Don't let them hold you back from achieving real happiness for whatever that means for you. I feel like you're going to... Wow, we have 25, which narrows down to the number 7, and also 34, which also narrows down to the number 7. And we have these 2 7s down here from your tarot. Interesting. That's interesting. Anyway, this does feel like just following your heart's core desire. Your future self wants you to stick into the path that you are wanting to go on, that you are currently on. I'm feeling for a lot of you like you probably already are on this path, and maybe you're going to meet resistance from other people along the way, but they can't hold you back. You are the ruler of your own reality. Stick by what you intuitively feel is best for you, what makes your heart the happiest, and stick by that, because I promise you, your future self is saying that this is going to have the best results for you. Yeah. Next we have dolphins. This is play. It's okay to relax. Smile again. Share your flow. Interesting. So this is like just authentically showing up and being yourself, communicating who you are without shame, and knowing you don't have to be ashamed of your choices, who you are, the way you want to live your life, because you're going to have the happiest life you can have by being authentically yourself and making these decisions for yourself. Who cares if this person or that person disagrees? Go with what feels the best for your own road ahead. That's what your future self wants you to know. Crystal Child. Your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood and seer. So, I'm going to take a drink of water real fast. Noticing the star behind the dolphin here too, and all these bright vivid colors, the water, how the dolphin is playing, and I'm sensing that this is a message from your future self that you're going to achieve great things, beautiful things, or a harmonious relationship that feels really good for you. That feels right for you, or a way of being that suits you rather than being what everybody else wants you to be. And your future self is saying that even though it's gonna seem like nothing in the future, like right now or whenever this comes up, it might seem really, 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 really hard with that Seven of Wands, with all this oppositional energy around you, or outside voices or doubts, or maybe other people's doubts. But it's just power through this. Like there's this need to power through the negative self-talk, or the self-limiting beliefs, or other people's self-limiting beliefs that they project on you. They think that they know better for your life than you, when it's like they don't really know your life enough to say that. They don't know your core. They don't know where you're going or what you really desire, and you're actually achieving great things. They don't know your life as good as you do. And this is a card showing me, like, yes, it is okay to be yourself, and to know, like, one day this is going to seem like nothing, and you're going to be so happy that you made this choice, and you're going to feel really good, and really bright things are ahead of you. With this crystal child here, we have your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood, seer. So again, this is leaving old ways of being behind that were somebody else's old way of being, or expectations of you. Just knowing that these are just words. There's no attachment to your future on this, or how you have to be. Like, removing those negative comments, removing those opinions. Like, people are gonna have their opinions, but I feel like you're gonna rise up to the top so much that that won't even matter. Like, I feel like there might even be somebody in your life, or coming into a time, or maybe there already has been, like this could already happen, or is happening, or will happen, but maybe there's somebody, this is very specific, somebody that lies to you. And I don't mean to sound negative with that, but this is something that is coming up from somebody's future self, that there's somebody that doesn't want you to reach or see your high potential, because they don't want you to know that. Like, they don't want you to be higher than them for whatever this reason is. And they're just saying, stick true to yourself. Don't let their negative belief patterns and comments or lies or insecurity sap you from being who you want to be. So just keep going ahead anyway, and know that you are abundant within yourself. Yes, you can achieve anything that you want to. You can achieve your dream, even if it doesn't seem like, I feel like you're going to be on a path where you see like these results really clear, like you're pretty confident on your choice, and then there's going to be somebody who feels insecure, and they kind of just, they see where you're rising, where you're going, they see you're taking certain opportunities, possibly even, or your happiness, or like you feeling really secure and solid in your relationship, or whatever this is. They see the solid foundation here, or that you are solidly actually rising in some way or manner, going somewhere. You got something going for you, and it's like somebody else trying, almost sabotage, attempting to sabotage that, or they're lying to you, or they're making up some sort of story to kind of try to deter you, or think that you, I just heard false hope, and we do have removing falsehood here, and it's just, trust your intuition with this card. Know that, just look out for people that might be like this, and know that that's where they're coming from. This is a place of insecurity, because they see you rising up in a way that they're not, or yeah, that kind of energy. And just know, or maybe if this is love, maybe they don't have that kind of love for themselves with somebody else, and they get jealous of your relationship or your career or whatever this area is, or where you're going. I just heard for some of you, this might be a house that you're moving to too. Like, somebody doesn't want you to And like, that's a kind of an odd one, but that is coming up for someone. That's very specific. Like, maybe somebody doesn't want to, maybe like, for example, say you get a job somewhere else, like a different city or a different state, or you have to move away, you pack up and move away, or there's new opportunity abroad somewhere, and there's someone in your life that sees where you're going and they feel stuck and stagnant, or like they're I just heard like feeling like they're in more of a poverty consciousness, or whatever this thing is, or they just see that you're going somewhere and they see that you're bright and full of light and moving ahead in life, and things are going well for you and they're not going well for them. So just know that they're projecting their insecurities on you and not to listen to them. Flat out. That's what your future self wants you to know. Just don't listen to them. Tune it out. Keep doing your thing. Keep going. You know your own road better than someone's insecurities that they're just projecting on you to try to bring you to their level. Do not go in that realm. And I feel like you will push through anyway, but this might make you feel like it tugs on your heartstrings a little, like that people would say this, or that they're saying like these certain comments to you, trying to make you doubt yourself or your choices, and to just do what you're thing anyway. Like, time will pass, and you know, these people might even fall away on their own because you're going somewhere else in a new level that they can't follow, or something to this nature is what your future self is telling you. Next, we have the outlaw. So some of you might actually be moving or taking some sort of career opportunity, I'm hearing with this, or moving away from people that don't support you. And this is just keep moving forward. There's abundance, there's hope, there's some sort of success or happiness and joy and love in your future with the road that you are going through, and have confidence within this. Just keep going, keep rising. I feel like you're gonna rise no matter what. Like, no one can stop you. We have the alchemist. So this feels very much like proving people wrong and doing your own thing anyway. Like, other people's insecurities don't have to deter you from where you're going. We also have speak truth. So again, live authentically you, be you, do you. Take the career opportunities that feel right for you, that feel good for you, that you see opportunity from, to better your life, or to climb up I just heard climb up the ladder. This might be this is again another very specific one. This, I just heard music career. Some of you this is moving, some of you this is like music career, or a job opportunity, or love, or romance, or something of this nature, or just somebody doesn't agree with the way that you live your life, like your lifestyle. And you know what? Who cares? Like, this person is just so negative that it's almost like beneath you in a sense to have to deal with this. And I feel like you'll end up tuning it out, but your future self is just saying, let it, don't even pay attention to these people. Do you speak your truth, because you're going to impact a lot more people positively than this other person trying to hold you back out of insecurity or jealousy or whatever this is. Like, you are the alchemist of your own life, I'm hearing. And you know, you're gonna see above the clouds, see through the BS of other people or what they're saying, and know like they're just trying to hold you back. This has nothing to do with the path that you're going on. Like, you're doing great, or your relationship is great, or whatever this is. Just know that you're gonna flourish, and you're gonna see past these lies. And you know what? People are gonna be jealous of how happy you are, and that sucks to be them. We have the road less traveled. See what I mean? Keep doing your thing. Follow your path. Stay the course. Yes, be the odd one out. Be the weird one. Be the one that doesn't fit in with the norms of whatever lifestyle these other people have, that doesn't fit in with them, or they couldn't achieve, like they felt like they couldn't. Let's read this. Meet Silvio Silverma. You won't find him on the well-worn paths of habitat and normalcy. However, if you brush away the spider webs and circle around the giant trees, you You will find Sylvia wandering down a path with no paw prints. This road less traveled is often obscured by errant wildflowers and ferns, but if you look for it with an open mind, you will see its peculiar winding way. Turn off the main road and try something new, a new hobby, a new belief, a new way of doing something, a new perspective on a familiar situation. If you usually go right, experiment with going left. So this definitely feels like a repeat of the message here. Stay the course, be truly yourself, authentically, fully yourself, no matter what people think, because this is going to lead you to your destiny or to the happiness that you're seeking, and you're gonna reach that. And I feel like some of you are actually going to become really wealthy even with the path that you follow, that other people are just so jealous that they see that you're achieving this and they can't. Like, just know that that's where this is coming from, and you don't need those people in your life if you don't want them there, and they might not be healthy for you at the moment once they start doing this or you sense it. Next we have Flo. Meet Zephyr. I don't know if I pronounced that right, forgive me. She is flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. So I feel like things are going to unfold quite naturally, or like really good for you. Things are going to go really well for you. Just not everybody is necessarily going to be happy, and you can just shut that door and it'll almost like you don't have to mourn this loss. When a door opens, she just walks through easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles, eddies, and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change, and she welcomes change, and this feels like positive change, leaving behind what doesn't serve you, including people's opinions of you and people trying to hold you back. Her strength comes not through resistance. Whoa. Resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. So this is keep forging forward. Wow, I feel like I don't need to say anything more. That is really straightforward. So your future self wants you to know, keep traveling this road. You're doing everything perfectly, beautifully, wonderfully. And whatever venture avenue this is, whether this is love, career, whether this is like a house change, like moving, changing directions and following with your own truth, or just standing strong in your own beliefs, whatever this is, just know, keep sticking your own path, sticking to your guns, keep forging ahead, no matter what kind of person tries to believe their insecurity on you. And it's almost like these lies I'm hearing. So just know that, and you're going to shine very bright, that this isn't even going to matter whenever this comes up, or if it already has come up, or maybe you're going to prove your own self wrong. It's going to be like self-critical thoughts too. Take that how it resonates. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading and it resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Your feedback really means a lot to me, and I appreciate your support. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you are new and you would like to see more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. Pile number 1, sending you so much love to you on your path. Hello, pile number 2, for those of you who felt drawn to the pile with the malachite crystal. Hello and welcome to your reading. Sending you so much love and joy from wherever in the world that you are watching this today. Please remember that you, again, are the driver of your own reality. Take only what resonates with you. There might be only small parts of this that resonate with you. Again, take what resonates, take what feels right and speaks to you, and leave behind the rest. Know that you are the driver of your own reality, and nobody knows your life better than you. All right, so we are starting off with the tarot cards first today. And then we'll add in some additional messages or expand on these messages with some oracle cards. So first we have the Star. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This feels like almost like this increase of confidence kind of energy. Or I just heard for someone maybe specifically seeing through lies of something. Again, take that how it resonates. Or it's like almost this fiery kind of energy here. Like you're being very divinely guided and supported, and you're about to either stand in the spotlight or something along these lines. You're about to rise up like a phoenix. I just heard falcon, so maybe falcon is significant for someone, like if that's like a spirit animal or something. Next we have the Sovereign of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups in this deck. Interesting. Next we have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Coins, which is the Six of Pentacles. Let's see what we got from your future self here, pile number 2. There's this need your future self wants you to know, to nurture yourself. Some of you might be going through a tough decision or a tough time in your life. Or it's like you're kind of at this crossroads, I'm feeling possibly right now, between the Eight of Cups and the Sovereign of Cups. Maybe you can't fully see the road ahead with the Star card. I'm noticing this eye and how like the hands are pouring the water over the fire on top of the eye. Maybe you don't necessarily see the golden opportunity before you or coming up, or I feel like this is going to be kind of a split up pile. Some of you are going to resonate with certain things, others of you are going to resonate with this in a different way, like whether this is having to do with a relationship or feeling a little lost on your path, I just heard, or just like some of you feel like you're about to give up on something, or you want to give up on something because either you're not seeing the results as fast as you would like to see them, or it's just almost this sense of sadness too with the Star card energy at the moment. And with that Eight of Cups can represent leaving something behind, but with this Eight of Cups here, again, take this how it resonates. You don't have to take this message if it does not resonate. With this Eight of Cups, I'm noticing the eye and all of these cups stacked below it, but it almost feels flat. It almost feels flat. So you might be feeling a little emotionally flat lately, or at some point in your journey. And I'm feeling this is more recent or in the recent past. I just heard past things are starting to surface. Also that Six of Coins too here. So some of you may have felt like you've gone through some sort of disappointment, whether this is not seeing the future you want to see yet, whether this is in a person. Maybe you feel like maybe some of you felt betrayed by somebody, and again, there's this need to nurture yourself and have compassion for yourself and know that you can rise back up and start again with that Eight of Cups energy. Like, take time to listen to your body, take time to feel through what you're going through, but know when to get back up again. That's what your future self is telling you right now. Know that there's hope behind the clouds. Even if things feel flat and dull right now, or somebody might have disappointed you. I just heard maybe for some of you this is specific, but a childhood friend possibly, or somebody that you gave money to, or some sort of situation like this, or like some of you feel like someone feels like there was a wasted opportunity, or you didn't make the cut for something, or something like that. You feel like there's some sort of setback possibly. Sorry for shaking the camera there. And your future self is telling you to nurture yourself, not to be so hard on yourself, because I feel like you are your worst inner critic. It's like once you feel like you've been knocked down, you're beating yourself up even harder, and your future self wants you to pick yourself back up, I just heard. And I know like that's easier said than done, but it's almost like there's this huge sense of some negative self-talk that your future self wants you to look at and know that you don't deserve that negative self-talk, you know. And they're saying, you know, you don't always get things on the first, second, third try, or things don't always work out the first time. And to know that doesn't mean that this thing, this opportunity, maybe for somebody this is just finding love, maybe there was a relationship you felt failed, or friendship, and to know like just because this didn't work out doesn't mean that it won't later, or you won't get another shot. I feel like for some of you, if this is, I don't know why, but I almost get this image for somebody that it had like there's this audition, like maybe some of you are into acting or theater or like singing or something to do with this. That's very specific again, but I'm sensing like to know that just because you didn't, I'm hearing make it through the first gate or this time doesn't mean that you can't get back up again and keep trying, try harder each time, and know that it doesn't have to mean that you're not good enough. It can also be something that refines you, something that makes you better so you know how to do better next time, and to know to keep going. Pick yourself up off the floor, keep going. Hold to this inner critic, feed yourself with words of love and encouragement, and be your own cheerleader, I'm hearing here. To know that, you know what, like maybe this didn't happen to your expectations, whatever this thing is. Again, take that how it resonates. Maybe it didn't meet your expectations, but there's still all of these cups standing up here so solidly, and I'm feeling like this is your future potential right now, and that if you stop now, if you give up now, you're not going to see the things that are flourishing for you that you don't see coming yet. Like, say for example, Spirit is giving a very specific example to me. It's for somebody. Again, take what resonates. If this doesn't resonate, then leave it behind. Say for example, again, you went to an audition, okay, and you didn't get the feedback you wanted, or maybe you didn't make the appointment of some sort, or whatever this is, or maybe some of you, say you have a channel, for example, and you're not seeing the results grow in the way you want to, but there's more people watching you than you think. I don't know, that's very specific. Like, there are more people that are grateful for what you do than you see. Like, that's also another message coming here. To know that you're not forgotten, or that you're not unseen, and to know that sometimes the road ahead feels long and tiring. Like, when is it going to be my time to shine or rise? Or when am I going to find love? Like, a love that doesn't wither, or like say somebody betrays you, for example, or whatever this is, like, or doesn't lead to disappointments. Just know that your future self is telling you that there is something beautiful just beyond the horizons. If only you could lift up your head and look at it. Look at what beautiful things lie ahead for you. There's something beautiful going to be given to you in the future. Somebody going to lend a helping hand, somebody that sees your worth even. So that might be a love message. Somebody that does see your worth when you feel like everyone takes you for granted. To know that there is going to be somebody that sees you. So pick yourself up off the ground, because you deserve better. Maybe these opportunities, maybe this past love, whatever this is, didn't work out because you are worth more than this person. And no matter what the reason is for it not working out, whether somebody cheated on you or betrayed you, or they just disappointed you somehow, to know that it doesn't mean that you deserve that. Like, but there's another plan ahead for you, somebody more matched for you that sees your worth and doesn't take you for granted, and you have a stronger connection with. Even that's pretty specific too. This is just to know that yes, sometimes there's going to be some disappointments in life, or things aren't gonna happen the first time around, and to just pick yourself up and keep trying anyway, keep going forward, because the road ahead of you is it's crazy in the most beautiful ways. If only you could see. So Spirit is showing me this example right now from your future self to pick your shoulders up, take a deep breath, and stand tall. Keep walking ahead and look at the road ahead of you, because it's like you might be so focused on the past. Your future self is saying that you're completely zoned out to all the beautiful things that are just beyond the horizon. If only you lift up your head and see them for what they are and who they are, and opportunities even. And I see a lot of abundance coming your way, and whether this is love, career, finance, opportunity, your time to shine is coming. Your time to be seen is coming by someone, or whatever this is for you. Okay, this is a general reading, so take what area of your life this applies to. So for your next oracle cards, we have Will. I'm noticing the mask here, like this masquerade, like you can't see what's ahead of you yet, but know that just to have faith and trust in yourself, that you are capable and worthy of whatever it is that you want, and you will get it. It's just maybe it's not here yet, or you just don't see it in front of you yet. Action. Wow, this is interesting. It's almost like this performance like thing here. Maybe that applies to somebody very specifically, again, like acting or singing or like auditioning for something or following your dream. Like some of you might be interested in like a certain sports or certain career or dream or talent that you really want to shine and be in the spotlight with, or you want your idea to be seen. We have power. Interesting. So this definitely feels like you're going to succeed in ways that you didn't even imagine, way more than you could imagine. You're giving yourself credit for, but you're busy beating yourself up over something in the past still, or a past regret or a past failure, when there is hope beyond the horizon and something even better for you coming. Someone that sees your talent, someone that sees your worth. You're going to rise up like the star. We do have the star, and it's almost like I get this energy of maybe the star before was in a reversal energy almost, and then it's like what you don't see coming is you're actually rising, and maybe you're spending too much time beating yourself up, and your future self sees it for what it is from a higher perspective. And to just know, like, you know, sometimes past failures or setbacks are only things that launch us even higher, because these things were too low for what we needed to accomplish or what the road was ahead of for us. You can achieve such beautiful, great, outstanding things. Okay, pile number 2. You're going to. And your future self is sad because you don't yet see your worth. But there are other people that do, even if you were blinded to it, because the negative self-talk is too loud to hear it or see it, or consuming right now. And to just know that you deserve so much more in who you can be also, I heard. And you're going to make it to the top. And for some of you, I heard like number 1 in your field. Interesting. Next we have the Lemurian egg. Rest, reintegration of divine potential. See what I mean? See how she's like in this incubation kind of zone here, and that's kind of where you are right now. you're resting, you're replenishing, so that the next shot forward is going to propel you even higher than you could imagine. Or maybe this causes you to try even harder and refine whatever this is I'm hearing. And to know, like, right now is good time for rest, replenishing your soul and your body and your mind, and being gentle with yourself. Maybe taking a little time out to withdraw so that you feel better, and just know that you deserve to be nurtured right now. We also have family of light, signs, guidance, innate and ancient wisdom. So this feels like, I almost see like this swan in my mind's eye about this card. And to me, seeing this in my mind represents the swan that's like swimming alone in this dark pool or this dark pond of water, and the moon is shining over him or her or it. And it's like the swan sees, like, because it's so dark around it, like it doesn't see anyone else, any other swans around it, or its soulmate, or whatever this is, and the swan is you. But what the swan doesn't know is that the light is reflecting off of it, and there's more people in the background looking at you than you see in the short vicinity of where the light spreads out to. There's more beyond the horizon than what you see, and more opportunities to be gained for you, and that you are special, you are beautiful, you have a gift that cannot be replaced. I'm hearing you are so deserving and so beautiful in whatever it is that you do, and as a person, and you are very talented. And to know that you deserve the best, you are the light shining in this darkness. That's why you can't always see it. And next we have love. So for some of you, this is very much love based, having to do with love, having your heart broken so many times that you just feel like giving up. Transmute, so changing this perspective to know that you just deserved better than the person that disappointed you. And dolphins, interesting. Play, this was in the last, there was a card in the last pile from one of the other decks. Sorry, this is stuck on my bracelet, Mullah beads. I'm wearing it as a bracelet right now, and it shook the camera. Anyway, so for some of you, this might be a sign to go back and watch pile number 1 if you also felt drawn to that as well. There might be additional messages in there for you, maybe even connecting to the card that was centered around dolphins and play. But in this reading right now, paired with that love card and the transmute, you have a soulmate relationship coming in pile number 2. You really do. Somebody that nurtures you and helps you grow and gives you the same in return, who reciprocates what you give out and doesn't take your love for granted and values who you are. This is coming for you. This feels like a very specific message. And for some of you, if this is friends, and maybe you had disappointment in friends, or your circle, and maybe like some people showed their true colors and you felt disappointed in them, or felt betrayed by them, or really hurt, or it makes you want to give up on even finding other people to relate to that you can trust. And there's a huge message of trust here, but it's this feeling of knowing like this past heartache doesn't have to dictate your future ones. There's new things coming into the picture when this other one fell away. Ones that replenish you the same way, like you filling up your own cup for once, and other people wanting to also, it's almost like water over you too, like with their cup, and that's like you both need to water your own cups almost. But someone that matches you more, who meets you in the middle, meets you where you are, sees your value, sees your potential, and to know to not give up on that. And you deserve that, and that is coming from you, even if you can't see it yet, just beyond the horizon. All right, next we have for your spirit cats, We have mystery. Meet Esmeralda. She is the sweet unknown and allure of endless mystery. There are things that are impossible for our human minds to fully comprehend. Remember what I gave, like the metaphor I gave with the swan about not being able to see past its own reflective light, about what else is watching it in the pond or sees how beautiful it is. The future is often obscured from our view. See what I mean? This is a new deck to me, so I don't know what all these say just yet. Yet we still must make decisions without knowing the ultimate outcome. This is 100% for you, pile number 2. The mystery can feel dazzling and full of possibilities, or it can feel ominous and freeze us in our tracks. So some of you, this might be, even if there's a love interest coming in, maybe you're just so scared to be hurt again or betrayed again that it's like this is a leap of faith almost. And to know that you do deserve to love again and have your heart loved, and that not everybody is going to treat you the way that this other person did. Esmeralda beckons us to make peace with the mystery. Let the great unknown sit beside you as you wash the dishes and fall in love and write your story and live your strange and winding life. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory and fits in very perfectly with what we've been saying here. Yeah, there is more beyond the horizon than what you're seeing, and you deserve so much, and you have something really beautiful coming in, whether this is a relationship or an opportunity of a lifetime, or just the life that you really actually deserve rather than the one that you were depleting yourself over. Well, you weren't having the same energy reciprocated back to you. Next we have vulnerability. Wow, this is interesting because vulnerability can have to do with maybe letting yourself be vulnerable again to other people and being afraid of putting yourself out there again. Meet Shadow. This little kitten hasn't had the easiest time. You might see him peeking out of a dark alley or quickly slipping out of sight in an abandoned building. This feels like some sort of sense of fear towards the future because maybe it has been messed up in the past from past experiences or heartache, or again maybe you went through you felt like too many setbacks, and these setbacks, no matter what realm they're in, maybe that really broke your heart, or you felt disappointed or depleted, like there's almost no point in trying, but there's more beyond the horizon. Just know that it's worth the vulnerability to put yourself out there again. So what he really needs is some love and nurturing. See what I mean? You love and nurturing. Don't you just want to take him home and cuddle him? Well, that is what he wants too. So I feel like, I feel for you, pile number 2, because it's like you deserve so much, but you've seen so much darkness in the past from whatever has happened. I feel like very strongly there is somebody that this has to do with love for you. Your future self is telling you about this. Like, if only you knew what they knew. Like, you don't have to stick in the past of the darkness in order for you to receive light. Like, you're not just gonna get the light out of that dark time from that person that you wasted energy on, or whatever this is you felt like you wasted energy on or were brokenhearted from. To know that if only you could see what lies ahead, you wouldn't be worried about what was left behind. So what he really needs is some love and nurturing. What you really need is some love and nurturing. You deserve to be seen, and you deserve to actually fill up your own cup and fill yourself up with your own love too. And to know that you do deserve better, and you will get better, and that there is hope, and it is coming. Don't you want to take him home and cuddle him? Well, that is what he wants to, though he may not show it at first. Shadow is that part of us that has ever been afraid, defensive, lonely, hurt, or angry. So this is like very broken-hearted energy here. He is our deepest vulnerabilities. He is the place inside that needs love more than anything, and you are the one to give that love. Look at those eyes. You know you want to. So yes, see what I mean? Oh my goodness, I can't even. Pile number 2. This has to do with filling yourself up with words of love and encouragement. And even if you don't have any thoughts to fill, it's your actions and how you take care of yourself. Maybe take a warm bath or slow down in your routine for a little, just to get yourself back on track and to feel like there's room to keep fighting in life, to find love, to get this golden opportunity or big breakthrough, that this is beyond the horizon. But it's like you gotta jump over some hurdles first to keep going, because there's beautiful things or a beautiful connection that awaits you, better things for you. Just pick yourself up and keep going, because you are worth it. Even if your external reality isn't reflecting that back to you, you need to be the one to reflect that back to yourself first. That is what your future self wants you to know, because you are worthy of happiness and you're worthy of what's to come to you in the future, not what you've left behind or what has been left behind or what didn't follow through before. There's beautiful things just beyond the horizon. And again, open your eyes and lift up your head, because it's closer than you even think it is. And there's a lot of people that are grateful for you and do appreciate you, but I feel like you might be sunken into a space of heartache, so it's hard to see that and to just nurture yourself, love yourself. Know that it is okay to feel down sometimes, but to know that you are worthy of the best, regardless of how somebody else has treated you or how things have played out in the past. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of dreams. You are worthy of the best. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I know that was a pretty lengthy one, so if you watched this whole thing, thanks for sticking to it. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment down below if this reading resonates, and consider subscribing to my channel if you are new and you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it. Sending you so much from wherever you are at in the world. Wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, whenever you are watching this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Hey, pile number 2, for those of you who felt drawn to the pile with the black tourmaline, our final pile for today. Let's set this right here. Wishing you so much love, joy, and happiness from wherever in the world that you are watching this. Let's find out some messages from your future self. Remember, take only what resonates with you. Leave behind what does not. You are the ruler of your own reality, and your reality can always change if you would like it to. And with that being said, let's get started on the tarot first, and then we will expand the message with some oracle cards. So first here you have the 7 of Swords. Interesting. We have Temperance. Beautiful card. We have the Hanged One. So I just got, for some reason, some of you might be feeling a little indecisive over something or someone's behavior even. And then the 3 of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get into your reading, my lovely pile number 3, and see what message your future self has for you that they wish they could tell you right now, or that they would tell you if they could from yourself, from the future. I don't know how I'm saying that. I'm like stumbling over however that is trying to come out. I have talked a lot with the last 2 piles already. Bear with me. So we do have the 7 of Swords, Temperance, the Hanged One, and the 3 of Cups. So some of you are dealing with some self-doubts. I'm hearing for some reason with the Seven of Swords. Like, this could be because of the actions of another person. But maybe this is like, you don't know the decision to make ahead because of some hard situation that has popped up with another person with that Temperance card here. So it's like this need to balance out, weigh out your options almost, especially with this Hanged one. It's like this state of almost limbo or waiting or having to see things from a new perspective. And we also have the Three of Cups here, which can for some of you mean like getting advice from maybe some friends that are close to you and that you trust for the situation. Maybe this takes like maybe asking for another person's opinion, or maybe this is just, again, weighing out your options. I feel like for some of you there might be two roads ahead that your future self is showing me. Like, you could go this direction or that direction. Or maybe for some of you this could be some like person or something. If you're like single or something, you don't know what to go for. Or maybe someone's intentions, you're not really sure on somebody's intentions. Your future self is showing you that sometimes to gain clarity, if you're not quite sure of your intuition of this choice or this person's intentions, go to someone that you trust and they may be able to actually help you solidify that. Like, do this with people you genuinely do trust to tell you the truth, and genuinely support you and want the best for you, of course. But if there's somebody in your life that seems a little shady, or you're not really sure where they stand or their intentions, it might be time to take a step back, look at the situation from a higher perspective, and ask for some advice from other people. Like, fill them in on your situation, ask them for help. And this might really give you more clarity to like the decision. Like, maybe you kind of felt this, but maybe you're too close to the situation to really see it. And again, it really does make a difference on who you go to. Like, because if you go to somebody that you don't necessarily trust, they could give you the wrong answer because they don't necessarily want certain things for you or whatever. But if you go to somebody that you do trust, or maybe might be detached from the situation, they may give you further clarity on something that hit a little too close to home to see the answer from. This is kind of giving me pile number 1 vibes with the Seven of Swords. I am noticing the 7 here, but this does feel a bit different. Pile number 1 talks about not letting the outside voices affect where you want to go in life. This pile feels like there might be somebody who you don't know if their intentions are pure, or what their intentions are for you, and maybe they did something that again is a little shady, but it's like getting some solid opinions or advice or perspectives from people that are outside of the situation again. So to get further clarity, like, do you see this too? Is this what's going on? Like, in your opinion, what would you do in this situation? Like, that kind of thing. I feel like your future self is saying, don't be afraid to tell people that, again, that you trust, that aren't involved in this situation, especially with this person. It's okay to talk to people about what's going on, to know the road ahead, and it's okay to let other people help you with this decision. Like, or it might help you balance the scales I'm getting with this Temperance card here. It's an interesting message, but that is coming up. Seven of Swords can mean like somebody stealing or taking something from you. Someone might be being sneaky. Someone that could, I just heard stealing your idea for some reason. That popped in my head. That's very specific. So maybe that is for somebody out there. Like, maybe there's someone you see, like they, for example, if you're making something or creating something, and then there's somebody in your life that you feel like is kind of shadowing over what you do, and they come out with a really similar idea, like that kind of thing. Like that's very specific, but like your intuition might see it, but at the same time you're kind of like really confused here of what's really happening, or maybe you just don't feel very grounded in this, or not trusting or not knowing necessarily what you're seeing yet. But there's going to be voices that come in that help you gain clarity, like, yeah, I see that too, or I noticed this too. If that makes sense. That's very specific for somebody. There's this need to detach from somebody that you are starting to see in a certain light. Like, you don't know if their intentions are pure. If there's somebody in your life and you don't know if their intentions are pure, like you kind of doubt them, this might be time, because this could be your intuition telling you, but you're just not sure if you should trust it yet. And your future self is telling you that right now is the time to seek outside help, or look at this from a distance and watch. Really watch, especially in a way that is where you're looking at things in a concrete, factual way, so that you can really put it into perspective in a logical way too. I feel like this might really be helpful for you, your future self is saying. Like, looking at this without the investment of what you feel in the connection with this person. So say that this is a relationship that you may have with somebody, and this could be a friendship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be romantic or platonic. Take it how it resonates. Maybe this has happened, maybe this is happening, maybe this will happen sometime in the road that you're currently traveling down. But I'm feeling like, say that you're really invested emotionally with this person, or you care about them, or you view them in a high light, and then they kind of do something that you see that catches you kind of off guard, and you're like, wait, did they really just do that? No, they wouldn't do that because I care about them. They wouldn't do that to me because our connection is so strong, or they like me or love me, or whatever this is. Like, and this can go so many different ways, with so many different things. But your future self is saying to look at things overhead, to come to the solution, and then maybe share notes with somebody else on what they see on this person or connection, and to be open-minded. And yeah, again, they might feel like you're just too close to home with whatever this is. It's too close to home to really see it clearly. It's like you might see things, but you're not sure if you're seeing it right. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm feeling in those cards. And it's like coming together with people that support you and have your best interests in mind, that see this from an outside perspective, to where they can look at this from objective is the word I'm trying to come to here, from an objective point of view. People that are objective on the situation, that aren't personally involved in it, are going to be the best people to ask if you're looking for outside help, not people already in the midst of it. Like, whatever situation that you may be going through at some point, for whoever this is that is resonating with, to know like that these are the people that are gonna give you the best advice, or people that you know do have your highest good in mind, that you do trust. These are the people to compare notes with, and it's okay to ask. It's not wrong to ask. There's this need for looking at things again objectively. So your future self may be wanting you to do more of this, implement more of this into different things. Again, take how it resonates with you. Next, we have abundance. Noticing this fox here, and like this almost sneaky energy. Like, you're abundant, and then it's like you might have somebody that might not have the best intentions for you around you. And I'm also noticing like the animals in the background here, and I feel like this is the people that are detached from the situation, that have your highest good in mind. And maybe even this could be your spirit guides or your spirit teams, if that resonates with you, if that part of the message resonates with you, and consulting them and looking at things objectively, not being afraid of the answer. Like, it's scary, especially if this is somebody that you do really care for, you've invested a lot of time and energy into and love, or you're emotionally invested in somebody, or close to somebody, or it hits too close to home. Like, it's hard to want to look at things objectively, to want to like face that head on for what things are. But there's this need to face things on for what things are here. Like, that's what your future self wants you to do, or really encourages you. Like, that's their advice to you. Next we have wisdom. We do have the number 22 here, so this is making me think of some sort of connection again. Looking at things from a higher perspective and objectively as possible. If you have to, write down on a piece of paper what you see, so that when you're feeling like you don't know the answer, it's like, look at this paper once again and just compare that to when you start having a little bit of doubts about a certain person or situation in your life and not knowing if you can trust this or not. Just again, compare to like your notes I'm hearing. And again, this could be to other people that you trust too. Fear, waxing gibbous. To interesting. So this is like, again, feeling too close. I'm noticing how I think this is a woman here. She's in this bubble like thing here. Her cocoon is dark around her, and there's a lot of anxiety, fear. Maybe you've been crying a lot about this situation because you're just so confused. You don't want to be hurt again. Like, why would this person ever do this to me? And maybe even sometimes the answer is that you could just be overthinking something. Like, maybe this person, like, sometimes that's not even sneakiness. Maybe it's just fears. And I'm also hearing for somebody like fears of being good enough. That's very specific, but that's interesting as well. We have the number 11 here, and 38, 33, and 8 go into the number 11 if you narrow it down, and add these two up as single digits. So 11 and 22, consult your higher self is what I'm feeling from that for some reason. Some of you are actually very intuitively gifted, very connected to your higher self, to the divine, whatever term you resonate with, that you enjoy connecting to personally. Some of you have a very strong connection to your higher self or your higher mind, I'm getting, and that you can trust your intuition on situations. And this feels like it's not even just one event. This feels like multiple things. Like, you can consult with yourself and trust what you're seeing, or trust your intuition, or trust yourself to make these decisions as well. Interesting. Okay, next we have the new man, enlightened masculine potential, and new earth. Interesting. So some of you watching this, I'm feeling like this parent energy. Like, some of you might have a child, or might be a mom or dad or parents. And it's like you're trying to make the decisions that are best for the people that also get impacted by whatever this is. And maybe that's why this is such a confusing situation. Like, this is very, very, very specific for someone. So if this is really resonating for what I'm saying, please let me know down in the comments. But I'm getting like, this is again very specific, but maybe somebody is a single parent, or they're in a relationship and having their own child, and you don't know what quite to think about the person you were with intentions, and you don't really want to bring that around your child. At the same time, you don't want to make the wrong decision. So this is getting help from outside perspectives that aren't deeply involved in what this is, because it's like it hits too close to home to yeah, this is something that's a really hard decision for you. Like, it's not easy for you to make this choice, and you're in the state of overthinking Or maybe this is something that has come up for you a couple times, and this is just the advice from your future self, is to look at things from an objective perspective. Get advice from people that can look at this objective too, to compare that with, to know if it's your emotions seeing this, or if it is your intuition, or like if you're overthinking, like that kind of thing. It helps you gain more clarity, and then you can make a more confident decision on the road ahead, and the one that is best for you and whoever else it may affect that is near and dear to your heart as well. We have know yourself, meditate, who am I? Veil is lifting and opening. Interesting. Okay. So this feels like, again, okay. There's this energy of empowerment and knowing that you deserve more here too. Even if you feel attached to a certain person from your past or from a recent connection, to value yourself and your life above whoever you're with too. Like, put yourself first. Like, it is not selfish to put yourself first. Like, you can still be empathetic and kind and loving and have so much to offer, but I feel like you've done so much of this in your past, and your future self is saying, like, it is okay to put you first, your values first, and to make the hard decisions and know that that doesn't make you a bad person. To make the decisions that are best for your life and feel best for you and for your home family. Like, if you have a child too, or children, to put yourself first here and your family first, or what is near and dearest to you. Your values first before any other person. So again, like, whether this is like some sort of newer relationship coming in, and you don't know if this is the best option for you, even though your heart might want this, like something inside you is seeing something, you're not sure if it's okay to let this go, or like that kind of energy is what I'm getting from this. For somebody out there. But as a whole too, this is your future self telling you to start putting yourself first in relationships, especially romantic ones, and even friendship and platonic ones. To put yourself first, to stand in your values and let people meet you where you are. They have to meet your values to stay there. And to stand by your convictions, and if they think that's a bit selfish, then so be it. Because I feel like you have put yourself on a limb a lot of times for people, and you have a very caring and empathetic heart, and that you matter. Your wants and desires and values and morals matter, and your boundaries matter. That's also a message coming up here very strongly. That it's okay to set the boundaries, even if it upsets people. Like, even if they try to gaslight you, for example, or make you think that you're crazy. Like, how there's always some people out there, a lot of us run into in our lives, where it's like they may have done something sneaky or lied to you, and you caught onto it and you brought it to them, and next thing you know, it's like they're denying it and turning it on you, or making you doubt your reality or what you're seeing, and to know that you are seeing. And sometimes it helps to talk to another person outside of this, and it is okay to, and if this is what is going on, to detach yourself from this person. That's what your future self wants you to know, and to know it's not selfish to put yourself and your needs first. And if that is selfish, then so be it, because you're not a selfish person. You're doing this for boundaries. Boundaries don't mean that you're like some narcissistic person that someone else may have projected themselves on you. Like, some of you might be dealing with some sort of narcissistic partnership, friendship, relationship, whatever this is. And it's like, to know your own worth and values, where you stand, what matters to you, and they gotta meet you there. If they don't make the cut. Alright, for your next cards, we have the Warrior. See, this is standing true within your decisions. I think this is why it's relating into pile 1, that's standing firm in your decisions, but this feels like a more something very close to heart, like emotional in your connections. We have withdraw, so again, gaining space, clarity, so you can see things more clearly, and it's okay to have space. There's nothing wrong with getting more space for yourself to regain your energy and also your clarity. Like, if somebody doesn't want you to have that, to me, that kind of seems like it would be a little bit of a red flag, because why are they afraid for you to get space? Or is it because that they're afraid you'll see through what they're doing finally when they've been gaslighting you or whatever this is? Why is it that they have a problem with this? And to know it's okay to be whole on your own. You don't need anyone to depend. Like, if this is a partnership, like a relationship, you need to be whole on your own, and so do they. They don't need to have this dependency on you. And you know, you don't need to be at their beck and call, especially like if they are doing something sneaky behind your back and you're catching on to it. This is just this energy of it's okay to have that clarity and space for yourself, and that sense of independence and individuality apart from these other people that you may have gotten really emotionally attached to. I'm hearing like investing in a connection. Or like maybe in the past there could have been relationships where, or maybe a pattern of relationships I'm hearing, that you threw yourself entirely into, and you always put them first and neglected your own needs, and it's like your heart got so close to them that it didn't want to see the red flags. Like, that's the kind of thing. And to know, like, you don't need to do that anymore. If somebody cannot meet you in the middle too, then they don't need to be in that special spot in your life either. The wilding, cutting yourself free, being true to yourself, whether people like it or not. See, this is starting to coincide with a little bit of pile number 1 too. Making choices that somebody else in your life doesn't like. So maybe for some of you, another specific message, you might have a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, or a spouse, or romantic partner, whoever, maybe even family, who knows. Take that how it resonates with you. Like, this is going to apply differently to different people, but maybe they don't agree with, for example, if you were to cut your hair, like, why does it matter if you cut your hair? Do something for yourself. And if they don't like who yourself wants to be and who yourself is, then they need to hit the road. That's what your future self is telling you here. Connect to heart. So this is like the balance of mind and heart. This is the balance of seeing a situation objectively and knowing that you can still have compassion while being objective and doing the choice that's best for you. Like, sometimes there's going to be people that obviously, like, if they feel like you're going to leave them, for example, if this is romance, but they're doing some shady stuff behind your back, or gaslighting you, or lying to you, or manipulating you, or something along those lines, that it's okay to give them the boot and choose yourself. Like, you're not selfish for making that choice. And even if you were, like, aren't they selfish too for doing that stuff to begin with? Like, why are they trying? Also, like, maybe this is somebody trying to control or manipulate your mind, and this is like doing what you want regardless if it makes somebody else mad. Like, it's okay. Like, sometimes walking away is the best thing for ourselves, but there might be somebody in our life who was treating us poorly that doesn't like the decision, and it's like they're wanting to fight with you, they're wanting to project themselves and their characteristics on you to make you seem like the selfish one. And to know that it's okay to have your boundaries. Somebody that steps on your boundaries isn't a good fit for you. Alright, so next we have Cuddles. These cards are so cute. Meet Fluff. She is patiently waiting for you to stop your super important get it done task and give her lots of love. She assures you that her fur is a cloud of softness that will melt all your thoughts away. Little Fluff is all about savoring the experience of being alive in your body. Time to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect to the lush, tactile world instead. Stretch like a cat until you quiver, feel the air on your skin and the earth under your paws. Cuddle in with this kitty and feel her purrs awaken your heart. So this to me feels like to do the decision that is best for you in the long run and for those that you care about, like if you have kids or something too. And to know it's the right decision even if it makes somebody most mad. Like to know like this is your life, you live it the way you want, and if somebody's not treating you well or treating someone else well that is very near and dear to your heart, you don't have to put up with that, and they don't have to be a part of your journey. You're not locked into that. You pave the road ahead, and you don't have to stick around or have them, even if they make you think that they're going to. Like, they're not in control of your boundaries. You are. And you know the right decisions for yourself here. And that life will be fine even if you have to disconnect from people like this. Maybe like you find that it's even better if somebody is acting shady, and to know that you do deserve, because I feel like if somebody has gaslighted someone in this pile into believing something else or confusing them with what they're seeing, and to know like it is okay to have your own space, your own independence. Maybe somebody made you feel like it was not. It's healthy to have a little bit of space, or it's healthy to have some space, and it's healthy to have your own individuality, independence, and boundaries. Do not tolerate anyone stepping on your boundaries or your self-growth or you getting closer to yourself. Sometimes people don't always make the cut too when you grow closer to yourself, because when you're growing closer to yourself, you're gonna see like really quickly past the BS from other people. And if somebody else is trying to get you to have more space from yourself, that is a red flag, and your future self wants you to see that and know that and to trust you and empower yourself. They want you to feel empowered and make the decisions that are right for you that somebody else may not like. Do what's best for you in the long run. Next we have expression. Meet Chanty. She once kept her ideas and feelings locked away in her heart where no one could see or hear them. It felt safe and secure, but alas, she felt so alone. No one truly knew her. She was longing to come out and play. Gathering her courage, she flung open the window in her mind and unlatched the doorway in her soul. So again, this is like self-development, growing closer to yourself. She started to speak her mind and give voice to her hearts, which maybe somebody else in your life or at some point in your life is not going to be happy with, but you do it anyway. She could never again fit in that small closed space of hiding. Soon her words grew into unabashed singing. What song are you keeping captive? What song at last can you unleash into the world? So this feels like gaining freedom. How do you want to free? How do you want to set yourself free? Where do you wish to be free at? What is more freeing for you? Why is somebody trying to hold you back from this freedom within yourself? Why are they projecting their insecurities at you? Do not let anything hold you back from this level of yourself. I feel like you're going to come into a time where you're really speaking your truth. You're really expressing your voice where maybe for the longest time you didn't. And this person felt almost like they had some sort of weird power over you too. Like, this is getting very, very specific here. But your future self wants you to make the healthy decisions for you, and you, not all these other people or outside voices. Like, outside voices as in maybe somebody that may have been gaslighting you, or they don't want you to see your potential, or they don't want you to see life without them. That felt like a really strong message for somebody. They might not want you to see life without them, but why are they trying to disrupt your inner peace in the process? And it's like, maybe you're going to be coming into a time where, yeah, it's hard to leave this connection behind or certain connections behind. But if they're not contributing to your growth, then it's like you have They have no room for your future because you know you deserve better. And yeah, you deserve the freedom to be yourself without anyone's trying to stuff that down. And to notice that and cut off people that try to stuff that down. And just keep being you, doing your thing, keep growing closer to yourself. Because you deserve your freedom and your own empowerment. Don't let somebody else that feels insecure or threatened by that try to level you down to them. Never, never again. You can still be compassionate and also set boundaries or do things that are best for you. And I just heard that's the lie that you were told, that you couldn't. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that you enjoyed your reading and it resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if this reading resonated with you. I really enjoy hearing your feedback. And consider subscribing to my channel if you are new and you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. Sending you so much love from wherever in the world you are hearing these messages from. And I hope to see you again next time.